In the dungeon boss justice system, YouTube is represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the PvP teams who defend the tower, and the influencers who would traverse it. These are their stories. Good afternoon, everybody. It is another Tower Tuesday. We're going to go ahead and see if we can't beat the tower this last time here. I am looking at discontinuing this series for a while. You can see that my player level is at 77. My heroes, though, unfortunately, are only kind of stuck at 74. I'm having a real hard time getting them leveled up a little bit. If you look at my XP potions, I really just don't have the XP to spend to get these guys up to 77 to make a strong running at the tower. So I'll probably end up discontinuing the tower runs and replace with some other content until I get to level 80 and get everybody caught up. We've seen that from PvP that with 6-star heroes and getting out leveled in the tower, it's getting harder and harder um, to essentially one shot that. I can still beat it. I can still beat the tower just regularly. I'm not terribly interested in that right now. I need the XP potions for my other heroes for PvP content. So I'll be saving them up for a little bit as I just run some of these guys through dungeons. We are going to be running this tower that we have today, though, at level 74 with the light team. Try to one-shot it. If we look at the tower in general, it's a great tower for one-shotting. I don't have any Rayla teams and I don't have any Bauble teams, so really it's just a matter of how well does my team stack up with 6-star opponents, and we've seen that previously that can be tough. So it's really going to come down to where does my cooldown come into play, so I can keep Rayla on maximum invincibility, if you will. So we'll go ahead and give it a go here and see if we can't beat it. Otherwise, prepare for something else next Tuesday because we won't do the tower for a while again. And truthfully, it's getting a little bit tiresome anyways because there's not a lot of valuable content in there. I think some of the earlier tower stuff that I showed you and how to actually beat the tower for people who are trying to beat it for the first time or just try and farm some points off of there. Yeah, it's definitely beatable if you keep a good hero scaling, if you will. For our part, though, let's go ahead and see if we can't one-shot this thing. Sort of our swan song for this series, if you will. Again, there's no Rayla teams in there, so really it's just a matter of avoiding damage. I am going to um, not do invincibility on this one because I don't feel like it's 100% necessary. This team seems very unthreatening. I think they're at equivalent level. Shouldn't be a problem. You could see that just by virtue of Jin, for example, the 5-star versus 6-star is definitely um, still something, you know, incredibly, I guess. Oh, wrong thing. Sorry, I didn't need to do that. Um, the difference between 5 and 6 stars is immense. There's no denying that at all. All right, let's go ahead and silence these guys again, and that should be all we need to do to round this out, essentially. Um, go for elemental advantage first. Even that didn't really do much to Cobalt. That's kind of surprising. Um, try and get some heals on here, and then we'll get into our um, energy cooldowns. Oh, Echo did it on the previous turn, so no biggie there. Alright, let's kill William. Didn't really do much. I'm going to work on William regardless, so I don't need to actually stun him. Um, let's say... Now I'm going to heal Lorelei. die just for the sake of doing so. All right, let's finish him off. Get our energy back. With him being stunned, he can only attack me anyways, so no biggie. All right. All things considered, a reasonable first round. Obviously, it's very evident that I'm gonna have to basically just spam Rayla's third ability as much as I can. I don't think there's any way around that with the six-starred opponents. There's not a lot of wiggle room here, if you will. Okay, so overall threats first, I think it's hard to say. It's a very weird team. You got Squinch doing all the damage, and then everyone else just kind of not dying. Um, so I think what we'll do is we'll do the sensible approach first. Oops, I forgot to do her ability. Killing um, Emily first. I think that's the best route to go. Um, let's just do some basic attacks here till I can come back around. Because Nub Nub's gonna heal anyways. Um, I was thinking about stealing his energy, but I don't know. Seems better to just silence everybody this next turn. And then I can go invincible. All right, so Emily's down. Great, everybody is in a good spot here. Um, because Squinch does melee damage, I'm gonna get my flying buff and try to top off some of this health here. Again, Lorelai's heals are largely unassuming, unfortunately, at least on that first attack. Um, but I gotta kill. Really, what I need is I need to kill Squinch because he's the one that's gonna kill my guys if I'm not careful. Um, I am going to take Nub Nub's energy this time, so he's not healing while I'm trying to take care of business here. Um, Dodging is just all right. So that sucked. I really hate Zen in PvP. It's terribly obnoxious. Because usually Zen is doing that nonsense where he's making himself all dodgy and then he keeps doing safe haven. Uh, it's one of the most annoying things out there. All right, let's see if we can't kill him now. All right, so got the worst of it out of the way with Zen out of there. We'll try and just keep a perma stun on Squinch so he's not lighting me up, and keep the heals off of him by doing that to Nub Nub. I got a couple of turns to spare with Nub Nub, so between that and Silence, I should be able to whittle Squinch down before Nub Nub gets his heals in there, and then I can do what I need to do. So I'm just gonna kind of balance out here. All right, don't need any heals, don't need any reflections, so we're in a really great spot as far as our energy goes. We're going to be rolling into floor number 3 in a good spot here. So I'll do my stun again just to prevent AoEs and killed him. All right, even better. Okay, we're in a good spot now. We have our cooldowns up. Everybody's full health. We should be all right. All right. Ella's going to be the one that we want to probably deal with because I got strong elemental advantage over her. And the last thing I need is for her to charm Jin, for example, and wipe my whole team. So at least she stays silenced there. So we'll hit her on this first go around, and then on the second turn, we'll stun her if we need to. But at that point, nobody else is going to beat me on this team here. A lot of melee on their ends, so we'll get our gift of flight. Again, I don't mind wasting this for the heals. It's more defensive skill than anything. Um, in an effort to try and get rid of Ella, I'm going to save my recharge for one more turn. All right, re-silence everybody. And then stun. That should be about it for she dodged. Of course she dodged, right? Cannot believe she dodged. She's shifty one. All right, I'm gonna do basic attacks at this point here and not waste my abilities because these guys should not be able to essentially touch me at all. So work on killing, work on recharging. We should end this round in a great spot, I think. Okay, okay. Note to self: whatever the F Sybil just did. Shit. No, he's the flying. He doesn't do extra to flying. God. I don't get it. Sybil sucks. I don't know how that happened. This should have been just a cakewalk at this point here. It really should have been. I'm going to play this one out here because I want to see Sybil do another attack on, let's say, Lorelei or Jen or literally anybody. I have no clue how he or she was able to put out that kind of damage on Rayla. God, what a joke. All right, well, we lost our tower run without doing a perfect run over something as stupid as Sybil one-shotting Rayla of all things. So I guess we'll leave it at that. I'm going to wallow in my misery. Hopefully you guys cut me some slack. We'll revisit the tower in a few weeks once I get to level 80 and get everybody at equal level. Even though, I mean, yeah, Sybil was 2 levels above me, but even still, that was a load of BS. So with that said, we're going to wrap up Tower Tuesday for a while. We'll replace with some different content. I do have something in mind for next week specifically. So tune in for that next Tuesday. Otherwise, we'll see you Thursday for some real PvP. Start to lab out some actual real teams. And then Fat Friday for Koros. So with that said, take care, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye. Thank you for watching, and remember, I make YouTube videos for the American working man, because that's what I am, and that's who I care about.